Hello and welcome to this little quick tutorial on how I make 2 Christmas tablecloths into a fancy, fun, maybe not dress, but at least something you can wear on top of leggings. And there you have it, 2 blue Christmas tablecloths turned into a fun top. And here it is, my trusty top that I always use as a template when I make these woven things, because it being made of a woven material, I can use it when I sew something of other non-stretchy materials. So the first tablecloth that I'm going to use as the top is here folded twice, so it's lying in 4 layers. And the center of the top is folded up against the center of the tablecloth. And I'm going to cut as little as I absolutely need to here. So I'm just cutting under the arms and down the sides, giving it like maybe a bit more than 1 centimeter in seam allowance. And then I'm just going to cut the little border edge here off the bottom, because that's what I'm going to sew onto my skirt bit. But the actual bottom, or the border edge that's on the tablecloth, that part that will be the sleeves, I'm not going to do anything to. Then I'm going to cut here the neckline, and I'm cutting against the back opening neckline. And as you can see, I'm just going to fold it out because I also need to cut for the front neckline. But for that, I can only cut through 1 layer of folded fabric, because I only want it on the front of the dress. So I'm just aligning it with the top and then seeing where I'm going to cut. And then I'm cutting a bit deeper here so I can get a nice big opening down towards the front. So that is basically the top bit cut. Here you can see I'm just folding it out. And it just needs to be stitched down under the arms, down towards the sides, and that's it. And the bottom bit is, there's also tablecloth, and I really wish it had been bigger, because then it could have been a fun actual dress, but it is very, very short. So I'm just going to show it to you anyways. So here it's folded twice, so it's lying in 4 layers. Now it's lying in 8 layers. Fold it 3 times, and then I'm just going to cut here a triangle off with a bit of a curve, because that creates a circle opening that I'm then going to attach to the top bit. But as you can see here, I've cut it way too small, so it's simply just to show you when you cut like this triangle off what happens to it. And you can measure around your waist how big it is, and then measure like 1/8 of that before you cut that triangle off. But now I'm just going to show you again, when I fold it 3 times, how little I actually need to cut off to make it fit, to make it open enough, because you only need to cut a little bit because you actually cut through 8 layers. So that's the dangerous part of this, that often you can just cut way too much off, so you get way too big circle opening. But this is going to fit nicely. Yes, like that. Very good. And here is the top, and it's now been stitched down the sides. And as I said before, the nice border edge in the sleeve openings, I'm not going to do anything to. So just stitching it, sewing it together down under the arms, down towards the sides. And then I've got my opening of the tablecloth for the skirt. I haven't done anything to that apart from cut it. Now it's just about aligning it properly, so I get the front of the fabric of the bottom bit aligned with the front of the fabric of the top bit, so I sew it together on the right side, which is on the back of the fabric. And then stitching it all around here, and then it is basically ready to go. So here you can see the top bit with the circle bit stitched on. And if you have made a really big circle opening on the bottom part, then you can get a lot more gathers. And here is the bias tape that I put on for the neck opening. That is the hardest thing, I guess, to do. Looks really good. And that's it then. That really weird short dress. Really wish that it had been a bigger bottom bit, but it's fine. Thank you for watching. It was really fun to make, and yeah, Merry Christmas.